summer, across the country, a quiet kind of healing takes place. Far from hospital corridors and chemotherapy wards. It's not a new drug or a cutting-edge treatment. It's a place, a camp.
The kids who come here have endured what most of us can only imagine: rounds of chemotherapy, surgeries, and the isolation of illness, many of them missing out on their childhoods.
Today, we'll experience what makes this place so special and meet with the Care Camps Foundation that works tirelessly to support and help fund camps just like this one.
And we've got some surprises of our own. I'm Beth Troutman, and this is Designing Spaces of Hope.
Located on 150 scenic acres near the Pocono Mountains, Happiness is Camping is filled with laughter and the cozy comforts of bunk beds and best friends.
And in a world that often makes them feel different, here, they're not patients. They're just kids. And at this place, in this moment in time, cancer does not win.
So when I was 9, I was in the hospital 5 days a week. I believe my protocol was chemotherapy every day. I had radiation. I felt ostracized because of just being sick in general. I think, as with most kids, having to deal with mortality and understanding that there's a chance you might die, it makes things a little bit more serious and kind of takes away a piece of your childhood. And then I came here and I was a kid again. These 5 weeks could be the best part of somebody's year, and it could be the best 5 weeks that they'll have for the rest of their life. Happiness is Camping is the first place I felt that I could truly be me. Happiness is Camping is home.
Today, I'm meeting with Gwen Sullivan, the executive director of Care Camps Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to funding camps for kids with cancer across the United States and Canada.
Tell me all about the mission of Care Camps Foundation. We are all about giving joy and hope and the healing power of the outdoors to children with cancer and their families. We actually fund 125 camps for children with cancer. And together, just this past year, all these camps provided service and support for over 41,000 children and family members, which is amazing.
And the thing that is really incredible is each year you all raise money to support these camps, and each year you go through every dollar.
We do. We start all over every year, and the funding that comes to us then determines what we're able to give out. Then that determines how many children and family members they can support. So our goal really is to generate more funding so we can give out more funds.
So that you can get as many kids to camp as possible. I can only imagine the impact that this must have on the children
And their families after a diagnosis.
So tell me why it's so important for these kids, the impact it must have.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, everything changes. Normalcy goes out the window. And most often, these children are isolated from their friends and from school because of their medical treatments. So this is why we exist.
Tell me what's so special about this particular camp.
Happiness is Camping really holds a special place for us. This is where our legacy began, actually with just a few KOA campground owners that started fundraising to support this camp. We were actually known as KOA Care Camps for 30 years. And then we reincorporated as our own standing nonprofit so we could do more fundraising and provide more funding to more camps. This is the blueprint that started Care Camps Foundation.
I love it.
The
mission of Kampgrounds of America is connecting people to the outdoors and each other. And there is no better example of that than what's happening at these camps. For KOA and for me personally, being a part of care camps is very important. This is bigger than us. The world of camping and the outdoors has such an impact on people. We see that every day in our guests. But if we can redirect some of our efforts and our resources towards helping people specifically that need it, these children that have been infected by cancer and their families, I think that it's so important that we give back in that way. I can't think of a better organization that aligns with the values and the principles of outdoor companies than care camps.
You can help send a child with cancer to camp. Text to donate. At Care Camps Foundation, they believe that healing doesn't stop at hospital walls. It continues under the open sky and even around the campfire. But look a little closer and you'll see something truly extraordinary. A fully equipped medical clinic staffed by skilled professionals built right into the heart of the experience.
We're a fully equipped cancer center. We have oncology-trained nurses on staff and we have oncology-trained doctors on staff. So we give the parents a safe respite and a place they could trust and find their kids safe. Part of my reason for being here for the last 30 years of my life is repairing myself. In this camp right now, there has to be at least 20% of the kids that are my personal patients. I can't cure every kid I treat. Some of the kids don't make it, but if I could give them a week or two or a summer here and rebuild and find a different perspective on life, that brings me joy.
Thank you. I really understand why it's so easy for parents to say yes to a camp like this one.
Most of the staff here are volunteers. So the funding that we give can go to replenishing their medical supplies and anything else that's needed so they can really provide the best care possible.
In December 2023, one of my identical twin daughters, Nora, had a weird rash on her abdomen that we decided to get checked out. And within 6 hours, we were in the ER being diagnosed with stage 4 Wilms tumor, which is kidney cancer. 5 days later, she had a very large surgery to have her kidney removed, as well as some other important things. And then she kind of began her treatment. I would never have considered sending her to a camp that didn't have not only a team of doctors, but a team of oncology specialists. So we came for family camp and had the best time ever. Even my husband and I got into playing pickleball, and it was just the first time that we had laughed, and it just truly was magical for me. I left feeling so much lighter than when I came in emotionally. And then the girls came for a week last summer, and it was just incredible. And I think the most powerful thing that Nora said was, Mom, the entire time I was at Happiness is Camping, I didn't think about cancer at all. The fact that my children were able to maintain some semblance of a normal childhood, I never would have imagined, finding that joy and that humor had it not been for Happiness is Camping.
You can give the gift of laughter, friendship, and support. Donate today. When a child is facing cancer, healing takes more than medicine. It takes moments of joy, freedom, and connection.
Guys, my friend Gwen's gonna sit here.
Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you.
Care Camps Foundation helps provide these children with a place to laugh and to just be kids again. And for many, it's the first place they feel truly understood.
Hey, guys.
Gwen sent me off to meet camp director Ryan Campbell. Now, he's not only part of the family that runs this place. If you're looking for fun, you can find him right in the middle of it.
Ryan, I love this so much. You basically grew up here.
I did. I'm a third-generation camp director. My grandfather was our first ever camp director when we were founded in 1980. And we hosted our first ever week of summer camp in 1982 and hosted 30 kids that week. And since then, we've now hosted over 20,000 children with cancer and their family members. And my father took over for him in 1993, and I hope to take over for my dad as well. So it means everything to us.
Tell me all about what
Happiness is Camping really is.
Absolutely. So we're a free summer camp for children with cancer and their families, and we host over 450 children and family members each summer. We have two main program types: summer camp, which is where we are today, for children with cancer and their siblings, and then family camp, we invite the parents to come and experience the magic firsthand themselves as well.
It's so incredible. And as I'm walking through this wooded area, I noticed a ropes course up.
Oh yeah.
What other kinds of activities do you have for the kids?
You name it, we have it. Our kids do everything that kids do at a traditional camp. So they play sports, they swim in the pool, they shoot archery, and all the fun culminates in our year-end prom. And after prom is really when all the tears happen. It's our aging out ceremony for our 17-year-old campers. And it's a time for them to reflect on their camp journeys.
It has to be so special for not only the campers, but even their families to connect with other people who are going through just a similar life experience.
It absolutely is, the second you step foot on our site. And we always say that kids go to the hospital to be cured, but they come to camp to be healed.
How important is the fundraising, including fundraising from organizations like the Care Camps Foundation?
It means everything to us. This place wouldn't exist without the hundreds of donors that we have, the hundreds of volunteers that make this place happen.
Thank you so much for this tour.
After having an absolute blast with the kids, Ryan sent me off to meet Carlos and Kelly, who are both survivors of acute lymphocytic leukemia, diagnosed with ALL as children almost 40 years ago. Carlos and Kelly then met at camp as young kids and became fast friends, and neither of them expected that it would be for life. Let's start with the beginning of your story.
I remember being diagnosed at about 8. My pediatric oncologist felt very necessary that Carlos needs to have some time to enjoy, to be young, to play. And I thank her for that so many times. I get sent from Queens to the beautiful forest here in northern New Jersey, and I just had a great time just playing with other kids who were bald or had scars on their chest like I did. I had found my people.
Was your experience similar, Kelly?
It was very similar. I've been coming here since I was 8 years old. Everyone here understood what you were going through. And it was nice to have that sense of camaraderie.
Did you have a first camp kiss?
You should tell that story.
Well, that came later. We were probably closer to 14, 15, and your mom was picking you up from the end of summer.
End of summer.
And she was going to give me that peek,
Oh, like a little peck on the cheek?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I turned at the last minute, and our lips touched, and I got a slap. Rightfully so, and my glasses did go flying off, but I had a big smile, and it was worth it, and I'd do it again.
My senior year, my date bailed on me at the very last minute, and I call up Carlos, and he was just really sweet, and he would twirl me on the dance floor, and he would just make me laugh the entire night, and I think that's when I knew that I had feelings for him.
And I know that you're incredibly modest about the work that you do. It has been part of your journey to try to continue to help cure cancer. That's been your goal, right?
I remember promising myself that if I got better, I would make sure kids wouldn't have to go through that. And I spent the next 20 years working in a field now called immunotherapy. And I've had the pleasure of working on programs for CAR-T drugs and other immunotherapies, which are now used to treat pediatric ALL patients like we were, and a lot of our friends have been.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can make a difference that lasts a lifetime. Text to donate. Today at Happiness is Camping, I witnessed the heart of what this place means to all these kids. It's clear this camp is more than a getaway. It's a lifeline. The Care Camps Foundation works tirelessly to make this magic possible every single year, and they can't do it alone.
When I had the opportunity to get on the board of directors, I really jumped at that opportunity just so I could really see not only what we've been able to do to help the Care Camps Foundation, but to see what the Care Camps Foundation does and really understanding all of the children and families that they're supporting throughout the entire United States. This gives them a week a year to be able to really, enjoy themselves and be outside and be around other kids that are dealing with the same things. I always say, watch the video of the faces of the kids when they come to camp. And when they're at camp and when they're having lunch together and when they're doing their activities together and playing together and just talking. I mean, that's the why.
Another organization committed to fighting pediatric cancer is Hyundai Hope on Wheels.
John, tell me about the impact of your foundation.
Yeah, Hyundai Hope on Wheels was started 27 years ago. And throughout that history, we have invested in research, treatment, and support to help kids and their families wherever they are on their cancer journey.
How do you help other organizations in this space?
With the support of all 850 Hyundai dealers and Hyundai Motor America and other donations, this year alone we're giving $27 million away across the country. Since we started in 1998, that's $277 million. So we're really into this from research and support and even survivorship as well.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How do you get into this? How did this become your passion?
I have loved philanthropy for the past 2 decades. I've worked in the nonprofit space and now leading Hyundai Hope on Wheels for the past 3 years and really excited about the impact that we're making. And to me, there's a real magical outcome from it. I feel at home here at camps. I've loved magic since I was a kid, but at Hyundai Hope on Wheels, we're really delivering the magic and helping kids and families really overcome the impossible.
Well, speaking of delivering magic, you're going to help me deliver some magic today.
Let's do it. I'm so excited to be here.
Okay.
Care Camps Foundation is living proof that when hearts unite with strategy and purpose, miracles happen.
Hello, campers! We have had such a magical time here with you. A big thank you to Mattel for those fun packs that you got. We also want to make sure that we say a big thank you to KOA. Now, we have some gifts for you from our partners. We have an incredible check from Patrick Industries for you. We have another financial donation, another check from the J.M. Smucker Company. But I also want to introduce the Executive Director of Hyundai Hope on Wheels.
We believe in the power of hope, and when we've seen the hope that you provided to these kids, not just here, but across the nation. So on behalf of Hyundai Hope on Wheels, it's a donation of $20,000 for your foundation. It's going to benefit all of you.
Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you so much. We're just so grateful. And I want to thank all of you all, the campers, who just inspire us every single day.
So thank you to all of you and for making us all feel the hope and making us feel so much unconditional love and teaching us how to be better. Here we go. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you all. It has been a spectacular few days. Have so much fun at prom tonight.
Now that you've heard these incredible stories, don't you want to be part of the joy, hope, and healing? Text to donate or visit carecamps.org. You can also visit our website, designingspaces.tv. See you next time.